Talk about DataTO. I just have a couple of quick slides. DataTO is a place for developers, researchers, and the community in general to go and request data sets to be opened up by the CD or whoever else has data they want to open up. Why do we need it? These reasons. About a month ago, the City of Toronto launched toronto.ca/open, which is where they index all the data sets that they've opened up as part of this open data initiative. Got a lot more people interested in data mashups and different applications that can be built with city data. And there's a lot of data and very few resources for getting it out there, prioritizing. And so part of what DataTO does is helps the city prioritize where to put their effort in terms of releasing data. Let's take a look at it. We're not upgrading. Okay. This is the homepage, where you get a quick overview of the sort of activity that's going on the site. These are all requests for data sets. So each of these represents a different data set that someone has come to the site and asked for. As an example, this is a data set someone's come and asked for. People can rate it. So I come over here and if I think it's a great idea, I upload it, and as the community starts to vote and prioritize things and make comments, it goes up and up on the support list and the hottest requests, and helps bring these data sets to light. And the city looks at this and says, okay, maybe this is where we should put some effort. Let's make a quick request here. And take it to the request, where the rest of the world can now see this and vote on it. That's it in a nutshell. Essentially, the point here is that now that the City of Toronto is willing to open up their data, they really need our help to help prioritize. They don't have the resources to open up everything at once. And so this is a way for the community to come back and say, listen, this is what we really care about, this is what we want to build apps with, and that's DataTO. Sorry, the resolution.
So this was built in a really interesting model. Tell us a little bit about how this was actually built.
Sure. So actually, this site was built in a week, about 7 days before the Toronto.ca /open website was launched. Got together with Mark Kaczynski, and we thought, hey, it'd be a great idea for the community to have a website to discuss data sets and sort of have a nice counterpart to the city initiative. So got together and scoped it out in about 4 hours, and then I started building. And about 4 or 5 days later, we had a working prototype, and launched the following Monday.
And your employer actually donated some of your time?
That's right. I work for a company called Architect Solutions, and that's Mark. Architect is an information discovery and search company. We do custom software solutions. And so this was interesting because we work with a lot of data. And so yeah, they were nice enough to donate a week of my time. And since then I've been working evenings and weekends to maintain the site and fix bugs and add new features.
So any employers in the audience who might be interested in donating some of their time, I assume you could talk to Mark?
Sure.
Mark's wave, so everyone knows who.
Yeah, actually I will say that since the launch of this, other cities around the world that are interested in opening up their data are realizing that they also need something like this to help them. And so there's a lot of interest from other cities, Paris, London, Ottawa, Vancouver, Victoria. So there's a lot of interest in localization of it. The intention of this is that this is going to be open source, right? So it's a community resource, and if anybody wants to collaborate, then contact us, and we'll see what we can do to get build out some features and localize it. Maybe multi-language would be really great to have. And it is built, well, actually, Thody should talk a little bit about what it's built on.
It's built on Grails, which is a... someone knows about Grails, okay. Very similar to Ruby on Rails, but it's based in the Java world. And very easy to use framework, very powerful, and allows you to build sites like this in a few days.
Okay, any questions? Sasha?
One of the things, like, how can you make the process of which suggestions are getting acted on more transparent? One of the biggest challenges in the suggestion box is that the suggestion goes in, and then people comment on it, but then where's the update? How do people respond? How can you plug the city into it more?
Yeah, the city has actually been great. We've been talking with them since the launch, and one of the things we're working on right now is building these verified accounts for city representatives to come to the site and participate. They've been very receptive, and so very shortly you should see some people from the city start to bubble up onto the site. Their comments will be highlighted. You're going to be able to set status on the request, so they're looking into it. Looks like it's going to be released, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, we're looking to close that feedback loop, because right now it is very much a one-way broadcast, but we're working with the city to get them involved and to respond to requests. Yeah.
What's the most highly requested data sets?
Most highly requested. Let's see. These refresh on a monthly basis, so they stay fresh. It's like a rotating 30 days. But I believe this one is the most popular one overall for TTC Next Vehicle Information System. So you can see it's got a current support rating of 58. So that means the net of up and down is 58. 92% in favor. The degree of contention is kind of interesting. That's something I'm playing with. It basically shows how much people agree that this should be shown. So if one person says yes and one person says no, that's a fairly low degree of contention because it's just two people. But if 100 people say yes and 100 people say no, that's obviously a very contentious issue. So we have the net support, the general feel, the votes in favor, and then you have the degree of contention, which is kind of as interesting, I think, as how many people support it.
Last question.
A little bit confused about the thrust of this site. Is this trying to get the city to provide raw data or to specifically craft reports based on the raw data? Because looking at the list of requests, it seemed like half were reports and half were just give me access to an SQL table. So.
The purpose is to ask for raw data. Some people have asked for other things. Those requests get voted down fairly quickly. But yeah, the general concept is for the city to release as much data in a machine-readable format as possible so that people can build apps with it through APIs and reading